Welcome back, guys, to the James Madison Dynasty. Here in part two of the offseason. Gonna be heading into week two of the recruiting. Big, important week. Set us up in some battles. Could get our quarterback of the future with Ethan Vasco, as we're only number 4 on him. Ohio State, Bama, Clemson, all ahead of us. It's gonna be tough getting him, but sending him on a visit, doing everything we can. Some of the other guys we have dropped quite a bit. As Cade nearly committing to us. As we're just gonna kind of have to go all out with some of these players. All black. Some of these players aren't anything special, but just got to do what you got to do sometimes to get more talent in here, make a difference maker. Definitely have to do something. Coach Paul is definitely going to be going into a season where it's a make it or break it. He's got to win, or could be on the way out. As some of these other guys coming out of high school, confident we're going to get them. Not a crazy recruiting battle for them. Send some of the guys on a visit. Not crazy worried we won't get them though, but some of these top guys, it's not looking too hot. Let's advance to week number 3. As we do get Cade, which is huge, one of our highest commits, but Ethan takes us off his board, and we went for a home run, not able to hit it. Unfortunate, but makes sense. He's the best quarterback in the transfer portal. He considered us for a second. We don't get him, unfortunately, but we do get Cade, one of the best players that we were going after all season long. And we could check out some of these other quarterbacks in the transfer portal. As we'll take a look at DeMarco Mentor. Scout him, see if he's any good. 93 throw power, 80 speed. I mean, definitely interested in going after that. Let's try and get some of these guys in on a visit, as we have taken the lead for a lot of them now. All black, not looking like we're gonna get him. Gonna keep him on the board for now. Levin Scruggs, send him on a visit. Cam, feel like we're in the mix. I'm not gonna send him on a visit, but we will add. Can we soft sell him yet? We can't. We'll add contact to friends and family. 86 pursuit is really good. 82 speed. Definitely. Let's send him on a visit. Some of these other guys not able to send on a visit, but we could definitely add some more points. It's not looking like we're going to get Monte Whedon. And then Dre Walker, not looking like we're going to get him either. As for our high school guys, still not being going after. Just Stephen Cole. Doesn't look like we're going to get Stephen Cole. He's nearing his top 3. We're in the top 3. We'll advance it one more week. As Whedon goes to North Carolina and we lose out on the corner. Dre Walker, I believe his name was. It's a little unfortunate, but we weren't going after him too heavily. Definitely gonna have to get into the mix for Pritchett. Nearing the end of the transfer portal and the off season for recruiting, at least. Not gonna go too heavy in the Cole. Coney, we will look more for some of these top guys. Let's check out corners, as we did just lose one. Trayshaw Sanders. Pretty sure this is week number 4. It is. It's going to be the final week, so not even going to spend time really scouting him. We're just going to kind of go all in. Try and get a corner in here. As we are number 2 on Mentor, it's not likely we get him. Gonna throw some stuff at him though. Maybe we will get lucky. Add some more points to some of these guys. As David Anderson not looking good either. Is there another defensive tackle we could possibly go after? Probably be harder to get them. At 25 there. Might just have to take a guess here. As it's either going to be it's game time or the clutch, and we're going to go with it's game time. Possibly might be the correct one. Might not be. Cole, we might just take off the board to add some points to some more people. I think we are just going to take Cole off the board. 84 speed, yeah. Just take him off, get the 15 points back. It's not a lot, but 5 right there. Then let's take the 5 off of Garland, add the 10 to him, and do have 5 more. Just add the 5 to him as well. That's going to be all we can do. It's going to come down to the last week. Hopefully, we're able to get a bunch of players. We get a DN, outside linebacker, receiver, a running back, which is huge after losing Petaway. Doesn't look like we got a lot of other players. As we'll see the damage here. As we do get Tayshawn Sanders, Mentor, we just lose out on, goes to Liberty. We get Wingate, Kenzie Paul, lose Paul Black, unfortunately. We get Scruggs, Cam went to Buffalo. UMass ends up getting an outside linebacker. David Anderson went to North Carolina. Brian Sims goes to UMass. Pritchett goes to Marshall. We end up getting everybody else, and that's huge for us as 25 players on this class. Check out some of the dev traits. We got normal. Just looking for elites. Take stars. Only a couple of stars. It's a bunch of normals. Not happy about that. Sunbelt, we had the second best recruiting class in the Sunbelt, ranked number 53 in the nation. 21 3-stars, which is huge for us. As we'll check out some of the transfers we got. So we got Sanders, Wingate, Paul, Scruggs, and Garland. Wish there was a way to look at their overalls. Kenzie Paul, only a 71 overall, which is rough. Tajay Hooper, most likely going to take that over. Scruggs, 76, not bad. Could potentially play in the nickel or even in the box. Sanders, 75, 91 speed. He's going to be good for us in the future for sure. And then Cade, 97 speed, 72 overall, right off the rip. Along with Milt Ferguson, still getting better. Wingate, probably going to move positions because this is Brian Pearson's position. But Wingate definitely could play this season. Don't believe we got anybody there. Garland, 71 overall. Saying he's a pass that doesn't go up at free safe or middle linebacker, but he might be better at middle linebacker. No, Wingate to outside linebacker. As we'll just move around a couple guys to create some depth here and there. Philip Harris, can't wait to see what he moves up to. Only 62 overall last season. I believe that were all the transfers we ended up getting. Went back to position change. Wish it was an easier way to look at it. Yeah, it was all of them. Now we'll look at some of the athletes possibly change their positions if we got any. Only got one, Tony Reese, saying he's a quarterback. Look at Tony Reese's stats. 90 speed. Kind of looks more like a receiver. 89 throw power is solid, but definitely looks like a receiver more than a quarterback. That's where we're going to put him. As the quarterback room kind of stays the same, Joshua Douglas, J.C. Evans, Travis McPherson. Running back room loses George Pettaway, and I do want to see where he went. I was going to look real quick, see who got George. He probably went to one of the better schools in the nation. After this amazing season he had, was really, really unfortunate to lose him. As he goes to Ohio State. Gonna definitely try and add Ohio State to our schedule next season. Got to play him, but the running back room definitely looking a little weak without him. Baldwin and Conrad Perkins, don't know if they're ready to take over the job yet, but now they're going to be kind of forced to. And the receiving room might be even weaker, which is why I'm glad I added Tony Reese. Gotta get this better during the training process. Tight ends, Alex Ballman was a transfer last season, and we redshirted him. Was a great idea because now after him, it's kind of nobody. Mechie and Wiley, both freshmen with potential, but gonna be huge. Left tackle looking solid. Left guard looking all right. Center looking a little weak. Might even move him just to center for some depth. Might even move Leanhart to center. Just so we have somebody actually solid. But I don't want to move him to center. I want to move him or back to guard. His right tackle, not looking the best either. But definitely room for improvement. As DN, Carter Banks, Marcellus Nash, probably going to take on the Eric O'Neal role this season. Don't know if we'll see any of these bottom guys. As right end, Calvin Eastman probably is the guy we're going to go with. He might even take on that Eric O'Neal role. As Dagone and Pierce Miller, even McMullen, will probably all get a bunch of playing time next season. Wingate or Hazim will probably be the starter. Might be Hazim. 87 speed is really, really good. Scarlin, Mobley. Gotta see Philip Harris get better. Want to see him on the field next year. And Brian Pearson, man, stud. Corners, I feel good about the corners going into next season. KJ Flo only will be getting better. Strong safety, I'm a little worried about, but Tajay Hooper hopefully finally hits that next step for us. As the kicker, it's definitely a downgrade from last season, but see what this training looks like. As it could definitely be a huge opportunity for us. As we jump up to an 82 overall, Joshua Douglas, Travis McPherson, both 74s. JC Evans staying at an 8 or 71. Gonna be interesting to see who starts next season. I mean, Douglas on paper looks good. But we saw on paper doesn't mean a whole lot. Travis McPherson's throwing abilities does look good as well. It's probably going to come down to that first game of the season, playing all three of them. As the running back, Conrad Perkins, 78 overall, 92 speed. Baldwin even got better as well. I'm a little bit more confident now with them hitting some jumps. But still a little iffy on them. Maxwell Moss, Chris Lofton, and Yerman Knight, even Quincy Lambeau, all took huge jumps. Dylan Williams took a big jump. Keelan Pickens, Lorenzo Glenn, they all look pretty solid. Bobby will probably be cut. 81 speed is not going to do it. Tight end, Alex Bauman, 82 overall, will definitely take it. Need somebody behind him. One of those freshmen probably going to have to play right away. Joseph doesn't go up too much. Campbell, 74. I mean, Leanhart, 75. McLean, 80. Definitely going to have to recruit offensive line going into this year. Carter Banks jumps to an 82. Marcellus Nash jumps to an 80. Got really, really good depth in case of an injury. As Barry Brown jumps to a 78. Miles Green. I mean, we thought Calvin Eastman was going to be the guy heading into this year, but looks like Barry Brown's going to be the starting right end. Defensive tackles. DeGone doesn't jump up. McMullen and Miller both jump past him. We'll still see all three. Asman jumps to a 71. Phillip Harris to a 69, and that's a huge jump in 92 speed for Phillip Harris. Definitely will see him on the field now. 86 pursuit, 68 zone. And he's only a sophomore. Him and Mobley are going to be nice in that middle. As Brian Pearson drops underneath Matthew, but I think Pearson's still going to start. He's too good at a young overall. Only 57 blocks shed. 82 zone. I mean, could we see him as a drop back linebacker? Could. We definitely could. Milt Ferguson, 81 overall. Shamir Sheldon out of nowhere. Justin Eline, 76. Ethan Johnson out of nowhere. George, happy about the Georges coming out of nowhere, really. One even might jump up. Might throw Sheldon in the slot and might have George be the second outside guy. Gonna take a look at that. KJ Flow up to an 84. Decent depth behind him in case of an injury. Tajay Hooper just doesn't go up in overall. It's disappointing. It really, really is. 70 zone, 70 overall. A couple of guys didn't go up, and it's really disappointing. Going to make my decision a lot harder, but some of these guys are really, really good. I'm excited. 84 overall defense is definitely no joke. Heading into the next week. Forget which week this is. Encourage transfers. As we only have to encourage 4 players. I know one right away. Bobby, 81 speed. Got to get him out of here. Glenn will probably also never see playing time. The running backs we'll keep. Quarterbacks we got to keep. Logan Ketchum. Could cut him because one of these freshmen are definitely going to have to start. We'll keep him for now. If we find someone we can't cut, we'll go back to that. Don't want to touch any of the young guys. Jenkins, could definitely get rid of him. A young, solid core for the middle linebackers, should say. Gonna keep all of them. Yeah, I think it's gonna be that Logan Ketchum, the tight end, and one of these freshmen are just gonna have to go in right away and play. Not gonna do any custom conference, anything like that right now. Once we start winning more, we might jump up to a bigger conference. Well, we definitely will once we start winning more, but coming off a 3-5 win season is gonna hold off on that right now. But now it's time for the custom schedule, and first thing we're gonna do though is some redshirting. Can't redshirt any quarterbacks. Both of the running backs are definitely going to get redshirted. Conrad Perkins has to play. Both of the receivers going to get redshirted. Now, which tight end do I want to keep? pretty even in stats. Wiley with better catching and better catching traffic. What better spec catch? About the same route running. Who's a better blocker? About the same blocking too. I think I'm gonna keep Mechie playing this season. Definitely keep both of them playing, or well, Mechie at least. Redshirt some of the younger guys on the O line. So redshirt both of these freshmen. Sophomore can be the third string. Not worried about that. This Wingate will definitely be the starter. Redshirt him. Gonna keep Kahani. He's gonna be a backup. Definitely can't redshirt him. McNutt could definitely get redshirted for now. Cade is just such a good player, and I'm scared that he's gonna leave if we redshirt him. Him on the outside of Milt Ferguson would be deadly, but I think it's better if we redshirt him with 2 seniors. And then it'd be him and Milt on the outside next season. We might even redshirt Tajay Hooper and throw Scruggs out there at strong safety. That might be the move here. It's a little weird to redshirt a junior, but just for like an extra year development. I think we're just gonna have him play. It wouldn't really make sense. Custom schedules now. As no FCS schools, I know it was a glitch last season, but no FCS schools will be on our roster. We're gonna open this week up in hopes we could play Ohio State one of these weeks. I know it's a big ask for Ohio State to want to play them, but definitely want to play. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to play him, but I wanted to play George Pettaway. I mean, we could check the Virginia Tech week. I mean, no way they're a 4-star, right? Yeah. Definitely would have wanted to play George Pettaway. But let's go with a new team for week 1. Not going to give us a cupcake. Boise State seems kind of cool, especially at their field. Wouldn't mind that. Don't know if we're ready for that yet. We could go. Ohio State's right here. I guess I just missed them. But we will be playing Ohio State. Not too crazy of a non-conference schedule. Ohio State, Virginia Tech, definitely some tough games. UTEP and UConn shouldn't be too tough. Don't want to make it too easy, but definitely want some competition in there. Now to finally set up the recruiting board, as we're going to check team needs first. We need some quarterbacks. Receivers and running backs, I'm still going to target regardless, and offensive line desperately. And I agree. The secondary is a big need. Linebacking depth is definitely a need, but we don't necessarily need starters. So we're going to start off with the positions that I desperately know we need. As we're not going to go too heavy into running back and receiver, because there is definitely a lot during the transfer portal. So no need to like go crazy on it now. These DNs. I mean, if we're number one for a couple 3-stars, I'll definitely go after them. Same with the DT. It's outside linebacker. Like I said, we're number one. Definitely going to go after them. We'll just snag a couple corners. Free safety and strong safety. Definitely going to be some guys we gotta share up for sure. As for all the number one ranked guys, we're just gonna go offer them scholarships. If they instant commit, they instant commit. And then we'll go over scouting everybody. Would love to see at least one instant commit, and there we go. Dennis Gaiman, instant commit. Left end. Excited to see that. I mean, would love another one. And we got another one. Wade McCourtney, outside linebacker. Those were two of our bigger needs. I mean, 2 instant commits. Definitely can't be mad at that. 2 3-stars as well. 3-stars are definitely not easy to come by. Unfortunately, we can't scout them, but that's perfectly fine. As Emmett Bloom, a gem. Definitely going to offer him a scholarship. Because we got to figure out this quarterback situation. Going to offer Jeremiah Mama, interesting name, a scholarship. Tyreek Gay, already offered a scholarship. He's okay. 79 speed, absolutely not. Get out of my board. Absolutely not. John Weeks. It's going to be somewhat of a smaller board here. Week 74 pass block looked pretty solid. 80 lead block, 83 strength. I mean, nothing crazy, but definitely looks solid. 89 strength. Let's definitely jump him up. He's going to go at the bottom of the board for right now. .68 pass block, 87 strength. I like guys with high strength. Definitely opportunities there. 86 strength. Those are guys you could definitely build on. 80 finesse move, 85 excel. Pretty solid there. We don't have a lot of points left over, so we're just going to kind of go around. Going one on everybody. I probably should have offered scholarships to everybody, but that's fine. Go offer scholarships next week to the rest. But that's going to be the recruiting board to begin the year. See if we got any preseason All-Americans. Preseason second team. Nobody for us. As we'll check Sunbelt. Preseason first team Sunbelt. Nobody in the first team. Second team, we get Alex Ballman. Pierce Miller. That's it. No love for us JMU Dukes, but we're just going to have to go on the field and prove it. As the depth chart's going to be interesting. Who do we start at quarterback? J.C. Evans ended the season great. But Travis McPherson looks like the best on paper right now. Conrad Perkins, going to be interesting for the third down back and power back. I think that's how I'm going to leave it. Slot receiver, definitely going to be interesting. How I set up the pass rush. But I believe I'll do all of this off camera, and then I'll just set up the depth chart. See y'all week 1. Exciting off season. Excited to see this season, how it unfolds. Aiming for a bowl game. Really, that's the best thing we can ask for. And I'll see y'all then. Peace.